Most people are waiting for a big moment to change their life. A new year, a wake-up call, a perfect plan. But neuroscience shows something most people never realize. It is never the big moments that change you. It is the tiny, repeated actions you barely even notice. In this video, we are going to talk about 7 micro habits, small enough to start today, that compound over time into a completely different version of you. Not motivation, not willpower. Just simple patterns your brain can actually stick to. Why small habits work. Before we get into the habits, understand this one thing clearly. Your brain does not change through intensity. It changes through repetition. Every time you repeat a small behavior, your brain strengthens that neural pathway. Do it enough times, and it stops feeling like effort. It becomes identity. That is the power of compounding. 1% better every day does not feel like anything at first. But after 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you are a different person. The mistake most people make is they underestimate small actions because they do not see instant results. But your brain is quietly recording everything. Every small win, every small failure, every repeated choice. So the question is not, will this small habit matter? The question is, what is your brain being trained to do right now? Habit 1. Start with a 2-minute win. Most people fail at building habits because they start too big. They say they will wake up at 5 a.m., exercise for an hour, meditate, journal, and eat healthy, all on day 1. That approach overwhelms the brain and triggers resistance. Instead, start with something so small it feels almost embarrassing. 2 minutes of movement after waking up. 2 minutes of reading before bed. 2 minutes of focused breathing when stress hits. Here is why this works. Your brain connects identity to action. Every time you complete even a tiny habit, your brain registers, "This is something I do." That small signal builds over time into genuine self-belief. You are not just building a habit. You are building evidence that you are someone who shows up. And that evidence compounds. Habit 2, drink water. Before anything else. This sounds too simple to matter. But simple is exactly the point. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your brain is mildly dehydrated. Even mild dehydration reduces focus, increases irritability, and slows cognitive function. Before your phone, before coffee, before anything, drink a glass of water. This does 2 things. First, it physically supports your brain chemistry first thing in the morning. Second, it trains you to do something intentional before reacting to the world. That mental pattern, intention before reaction, is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can build. And it starts with 1 glass of water. Habit 3, create 1 screen-free block daily. You do not need a full digital detox. You do not need to delete your apps. But you do need at least 1 block of time every day where your brain is not consuming input. Even 20 to 30 minutes. No phone, no videos, no background noise. Just you. Walking, eating, sitting, thinking. Here is what this does to your brain. Constant input prevents your brain from processing what it has already absorbed. Your best ideas, your clearest thinking, your emotional regulation, all of this happens in the gaps between stimulation. When you never create gaps, your brain never fully processes. You stay mentally cluttered. That low-grade mental noise most people feel all day. That is an overstimulated brain with no space to reset. 1 screen-free block daily gives your brain that space. Over time, your thinking becomes sharper, your mood becomes more stable, and your creativity improves. Not because you did something complicated, but because you stopped doing something harmful. Habit 4. End. Each day with a 1-sentence reflection. Not a full journal, not a complicated review, just 1 sentence before you sleep. What did I do right today? Your brain has a natural negativity bias. It is designed to scan for what went wrong, what is missing, what is threatening. If you do not actively redirect it, your brain will default to focusing on failures, regrets, and worries before bed. That mental state follows you into sleep and affects your emotional baseline the next morning. 1 sentence of honest reflection rewires that pattern. It trains your brain to notice progress, not just problems. Over weeks, something shifts. Your confidence grows quietly, not from big achievements, from the daily accumulation of small proof that you are moving forward. Habit 5. Move your body for 10 minutes without negotiating. Not a workout, not a fitness goal, just 10 minutes of movement. Walk around the block, stretch, do basic exercises in your room. The goal is not physical transformation right now. The goal is building the neural pattern of doing things even when you do not feel like it. That pattern, acting without waiting for motivation, is one of the most valuable mental skills you can develop. Because motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. But if your brain is trained to move regardless of how you feel, that same discipline starts showing up in your work, your relationships, your decisions. Exercise also releases brain chemicals that directly improve mood and reduce stress. So 10 minutes of movement is not just physical. It is an emotional reset, a focus boost, a discipline rep, all in one small action. Habit 6. Replace one complaint with one observation. This is the most underrated habit in this entire video. Most people complain constantly without realizing it. About the weather, about traffic, about people, about how hard things are. Every complaint might feel harmless in the moment, but neuroscience shows that what you repeatedly say out loud, your brain starts building evidence for. Complaining trains your brain to scan for more problems. It is a feedback loop. The habit is simple, not fake positivity, not pretending everything is fine. Just this. When you notice a complaint forming, pause. Replace it with a neutral observation. Instead of, "This is so frustrating," try, "This is challenging and I am figuring it out." Instead of, "I never have enough time," try, "I need to look at how I am using my time." Small shift, massive difference over time. You are not lying to yourself. You are steering your brain away from helplessness and toward agency. That mental shift is where real growth begins. Habit 7. Protect the first 10 minutes of your morning. How you start your morning sets the tone for your entire nervous system. Most people wake up and immediately check their phone. Within seconds, their brain is reacting to notifications, news, other people's opinions, and external demands. Before they have even stood up, their mental state is already reactive. The micro habit is this. For the first 10 minutes after waking, do not check your phone. Do not open social media. Do not consume any external input. Just exist. Drink your water. Look outside. Breathe slowly. Let your brain wake up on its own terms. This small window trains your brain to start from a place of calm instead of reaction. Over time, you will notice that your mornings feel different. Less rushed, less anxious, more grounded. And that groundedness follows you into the rest of your day. None of these habits are complicated. None of them require perfect conditions or massive willpower. They are small enough to start today, even on a bad day. But here is the truth about micro habits. They only work if you stop waiting to feel ready. You will never feel completely ready. You just start. You repeat. And slowly, without dramatic announcements or overnight transformations, your brain rewires. Your identity shifts, and one day you look back and realize the small things you barely noticed were building the life you actually wanted. That is the power of compounding. Not in money, in who you become. If this video was useful to you, subscribe to Simple Ways of Life for more practical videos on habits, brain training, mindset, and self-improvement. And if this gave you something real to think about, leave a like so more people can find it.